right, let's do the die roll.
Alright.
All right, we got a 7 over here. It's not too bad. Pretty mediocre. And you also got a 7. All right. Look at that, 9. Real solid.
Big money, no whammies.
Oh man, not big enough. I guess I'll be on the play.
Alright.
Well, good luck.
You too.
All right. 3. All right. Well, this hand is pretty solid. We have this card, which is probably the best card in my deck, and we have some disruption. And yeah, when you play, it, seems reasonable. We'll keep it.
This hand's not horrible, but it's a little slow. Game 1, probably gonna mulligan.
Okay. Well, based on the strategy we're playing, I'm normally pretty happy when my opponent takes a mulligan. My deck tends to like battling over resources.
With my deck, I've found over time, the more I play it, usually I regret not mulliganing more than I regret taking a mulligan. So
yeah, I mean,
we're gonna go with it.
It is a privilege to mulligan, not a defect. Not it is not bad. Again, it is something that is your privilege to do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Got some land, got a couple of pieces going on. Some cantrips. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. I will take my scry. Keep that on top.
Okay.
And you were on the play.
Alright. Mox Diamond.
Okay.
Alright. Trigger, I will discard. I think we go ahead and discard the Forest.
Okay.
We'll play a Verdant Catacomb and pass the turn.
Alright, draw for turn. I will play a Scalding Tarn. Fetch.
The reason we didn't want to play this card is because depending on the matchup, just running this out on turn 1 could really deplete our resources. So we're kind of hoping to play it the next turn, potentially depending on what happens over here on her turn. And again, playing it on, we want to kind of get more information on the matchup, whether or not this is a card that we want to hold on to this and use it later on.
For right now, I'm just going to grab a basic island. Cut if you like.
Sure, yes.
Okay, and we're going to ponder. Look at the top 3. And we are going to shuffle that away. Not a lot going on there.
Well, based on the Scalding Tarn into Island Ponder, there's a couple, we've narrowed it down a little bit. I mean, this could either be Delver, some form of Miracle/Control deck, or some kind of combo deck. It's a little too early to say where we're at this point in the game, but we could at least narrow it down at least to about, cut some of the oddballs out of the equation of what you could be playing.
Draw off Ponder. And pass turn.
Alright, I will draw. Okay, so we're not sure if this card is good yet, so we'll wait on it for now. I think, we'll probably end up playing it just because we want to disguise this in our hand as much as possible. We're going to play Krakus, crack the Verdant Catacombs and go to 19. At this point, we've already lost our basic land, so we just need to make sure we have our mana that taps properly. So we're going to grab a Bayou. Alright. Alright, attempt to cast a Liliana of the Veil.
I am not a fan of Liliana of the Veil. I'm gonna force it, exiling Spell Pierce.
Okay.
Go to 18.
That's fine. I will pass the turn. It is unfortunate she countered our Liliana because that was our one piece of proactive action going on right now. Well, we'll hope to draw something else.
Draw for turn?
Yeah, that will interact with her or at least give us a clock.
Okay. Really, Duck? I'm going to play a Flooded Strand, and I will pass.
All right. Draw. All right. That was not a bad draw step. That is basically what we were asking for. I will attempt to cast a Dark Confidant.
Dark Confidant can resolve.
We're not going to play this card because we want to disguise as much as possible. And depending on what we draw, we may want to use it for this. And we'll pass the turn.
Alrighty. Your end step, we will brainstorm.
Sure.
1, 2, 3. Put 2 back. Alright, move to my turn.
Sure.
Untap. Draw for turn.
So the non-cracking of the fetch would assume her hand is pretty strong because she didn't want to shuffle away both cards. So that's probably not good news for me, but at the same time, I'm not still kind of having to narrow down what I'm facing here.
And we are going to pass the turn again.
All right. Well, that's good for us.
Not much going on.
We will trigger her Confidant. I will take 1 damage for the Deathrite Shaman. And then we'll draw for turn. All right, those draw steps weren't bad. They give us some more proactive things to do. We're going to move to combat.
Okay.
And we'll hit you for 2.
All right, that'll put me to 16.
Okay. We're going to go to second main phase. We will go ahead and cast the Deathrite Shaman she knows about.
And I will let the Deathrite resolve.
Now, I'm not sure if she's playing Daze or not, so we're going to reveal this card because we want to make sure this other card in our hand resolves. We're going to go play the Wasteland and tap and play another Dark Confidant.
Sure.
All right, I'll pass the turn.
All right. Gonna crack Flooded Strand on turn.
It's unfortunate we had to reveal the Wasteland here because now she will definitely play around it, but it is, again, the chance of her playing Daze is pretty high based on the cards we've seen, so there's no reason to take the risk. The second basic island is interesting because it typically can help us narrow down that it's probably not Delver. I guess it could be blue-red, but that seems unlikely. It's probably, we're leaning more towards some kind of either Miracles or combo deck. In which case, I think our alliance were still fine.
Also on your end step, I'm going to brainstorm.
Sure.
1.
See, the beauty of not playing blue in
2,
Legacy is when you pass the turn, usually, you just get to sit here and wait. Which some people would say is sad, but you know, I'm okay taking a breath here and there. Magic can be hard sometimes.
2 back. All right.
Okay.
All right, move to my turn. Untap. Draw for turn. Okay. I'm going to play a Polluted Delta.
Yes.
And pass the turn.
All right.
This is an exciting game of Magic the Gathering.
There is no reason to wasteland that right now because it doesn't seems unlikely it would matter. We will trigger Dark Confidants. We'll take 3 for the Liliana, and we will take 3 for another Reliquary. And we're going to lose to ourselves, probably. Draw these 2 cards. And then we will draw for turn. All right. Well, based on the fact that she has no pressure in play, I don't feel too bad about taking 6 there. I think we just want to apply as much pressure as possible. And at this point, her hand seems rather weak unless it is a combo deck. In which case, I can play both of these cards this turn, which is probably the best line, to be honest, because I don't think the other abilities on this really matter. So we're going to move to combat.
Okay.
All right, we're going to attack for 4.
All right, and I believe that puts me to 12.
You fetch twice, and you take, yes, it'll put you to 12.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to second main phase. We will attempt to exile the Scalding Tarn in your graveyard.
That will deal 2.
No, we're going to get full of mana with it.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to make black mana, I guess, because that's the most problematic color at this point. With the black mana, we will spend 2 more and attempt to cast a Liliana of the Veil.
That is a sad thing, but I will let the Liliana resolve.
All right, we're going to plus the Liliana of the Veil. I'm going to discard this card because the value of this card has kind of gone downhill at this point, and we don't need more of this effect. And this card can still have utility in the matchup depending on what's going on.
Okay. At this point, I think pretty much any of my discards will kind of reveal what I have going on, but I'm going to discard this so that I can shuffle things up a little bit.
Okay, well that definitely is a. I'm sorry, I'm discarding a Mox Diamond. That definitely reveals what deck I am facing, which is very frightening. But at this point, she has shown a lot of weakness in her hand, so we're hoping that her hand needs more help. And I think if we play this card, we could potentially win next turn. So we're going to crack the the Verdant Catacomb. I would say at this point my mana's pretty good, but just for safety's sake, I think we just grab we want to get probably an extra red source into place. So we'll grab the Taiga here. There you go, let me shuffle my deck. I have taken a total of 7, 8, 9 damage this game, which is fine so far. Based on the deck she's playing, I think my life total is mostly irrelevant. We're going to attempt to cast the Annihilator Outcry.
Excuse me. Yeah, night resolves.
All right, we're going to pass the turn and hope for the best.
Alrighty. Shuffle things up so we'll draw for turn here. And that was unfortunate. The nature of combo is sometimes you're just waiting on one piece. Play a City of Traders.
Okay.
Unfortunately. And we'll pass the turn.
All right, so we'll untap. I have triggers from Dark Confidants. We will take 0 damage and 1 damage off the Dark Confidant triggers. Draw these cards, and we will draw for turn. Now, let me see. Well, draw steps weren't really particularly impressive, but I think that we have enough tools to win the game from here. So we will start by plussing Liliana of the Veil.
And I will discard Enter the Infinite.
And I will discard a Abrupt Decay. So neither Reliquary is currently a 5/5, and I have her at 12. So we will move to combat and attack her for 10 damage.
And I'm at what, 14?
You're at 12 right now.
12. Okay, I'll take 10.
Well, before damage, since we want to make sure this attack is lethal, we will go ahead and attempt to wasteland wasteland the fetch land here because it gives her options with Brainstorm.
And, at 2. Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna go to 2. All right. Well, we can hold off on this until whenever we want, basically. So I think it's better to wait till she at least taps low. So we will go ahead and attempt to Green Sun Zenith for 2.
Resolves.
Okay. At this point, really, the only option that actually matters here is Gaddock. So we'll grab Gaddock. And again, it is not, depending on what random card she plays in her deck, it is risky to try to go for the kill here. So we will just pass the turn.
Alrighty. I will draw for turn. And my deck has not been kind to me, so I'm going to scoop at this point. Move to game 2.
That's fine because at any point if she taps mana, if she taps low or taps out, I can use Death Touch Shaman to kill her on the spot. So it is safe for her to concede there.